I'm a 56-year-old rural gun-owning white guy. And if Kamala Harris thinks I'll vote for her, she's right. My degree is in mathematics. And when I was getting that degree, I only took the statistics classes that I absolutely had to. See, I believe that number theory, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, probability, those things are math. But it's my opinion that statistics, it's not so much math. It's just using math to say what you want it to say. Polls use statistics and probability. They ask a bunch of people a bunch of questions, and then they use the statistics from that to develop a probability on what people are going to do. And depending on what questions you ask and how you ask them, that's going to affect what the statistics tell you. It's one reason why I don't put a lot of stock in polls. Another reason I don't put a lot of stock in polls, and this is a great example from just a couple of weeks ago. Donald Trump was asked a question at some forum somewhere. It was all over the TV. They asked him what his plan for child care was to reduce the cost of child care. And he gave a long, rambling, nonsensical word salad of an answer. Didn't make any sense, and he didn't come anywhere close to answering the question. But if you looked at the headlines that followed from the Wall Street Journal and New York Times and all those papers, the headline was, Trump's going to use tariffs to bring down the cost of child care. That's not what he said. He didn't say anything even close to that. So those same people who wrote those same headlines are also putting out polls on the race, on lots of races. But if they can't tell me the truth about what Trump said when he answered a simple question, then how do I know they're telling me the truth on what the statistics say about the race? That's a big reason why I don't trust polls. Also, they've gotten it so wrong so many times in previous elections. I think it's a much wiser course to just go out there and assume that we're losing. If you assume that we're losing and you work your tail off to make sure you don't, well, then maybe you won't. Listening to the polls, like right now they're saying that Harris is up by 5 points nationwide, or I don't know, maybe the latest one has it tied again. It depends on which poll you look at, right? But if you see one of them polls and it looks like we're winning, then you might relax. You might think it's in the bag. Don't ever think that. Because a poll is a snapshot. It's usually a one-day thing. This is how people are feeling on this one day that they ask the questions. Anyway, the wiser course is just keep working like we're losing. And while you're at it, go to vote.org and check your registration, because every day there's more and more stories about people who have been kicked off the voter rolls in red states. So do that, keep working, so that we can celebrate on November 5th. Good day.